morning, everybody, and it's time for the Kelly Williams Show. Yay! Okay, I'm so excited this morning because, look, are you ready to get out there and start living and traveling and doing again, but you want to make sure that you're either staying healthy or you're ready to get on the track to being healthy so you feel good? We got a great show for you today, and I got Stephanie Easterling right here on the show, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about collagen, body firming foam. I mean, we're getting you ready, and we're going to get you ready where you can actually go on the road with your health show. So stay tuned. We're about to go live in just a minute. Grab your coffee, grab your mimosa. This is coffee. And we'll meet you right back here in just a minute, right after this commercial break. All right. Good morning, Stephanie.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm great. So good to be here.
Good. Okay. Well, I'm excited because, you know, this is one of my favorite shows we do every month because it's about looking good, feeling good. We get people a lot of good information and we get them ready to, if they're not already on a health road, we're going to get them on that. And if they already are and just need help staying on it, or improving a little bit, we've got you covered as well. But, you know, one great thing before we talk about a lot of things, first of all, Stephanie is a collagen rep. So I love that about her because she can answer all of your questions, and people have so many questions about collagen. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute. But people are traveling again. And they're getting out there. I know it's so exciting. And so what happens is that you start looking at your packing and, oh no, I don't have a refrigerator. I'm not going to have a refrigerator for 3 days or 4 days, or I'm not anywhere where I can take a big container. I'm flying and I can't take over so many ounces. I don't have a way to keep my healthy schedule and take my things I need to take on a daily basis if I'm traveling. Wrong. Guess what? You're able to, and this is what is so great. And Stephanie, so, you know, collagen, one of those things that we take every day. What do you think you love about these collagen packets? These are on the go. And I'm going to tell you what a lifesaver for people. These little bitty things you can take anywhere.
It's single doses. I think it takes the prep out. Sometimes we're in a hurry to get going and, you know, we do the work to prep it and then we rush out the door and we forget it. That happened to me before. I'm like, I left it on the counter. It's not doing any good on the counter, right? And so this makes it easy. They're flat. They're easy to travel with, and they're pre-dosed. So that you don't have to mix it with anything. You just take it and you keep going. You can put them in your pocket. We have the chews. So if you're out for a hike, you stick them in your pocket and you go. It just makes it really, really easy.
It's
one of the most important things on any health journey is being consistent. So if you're not able to keep up with it on the go, you're going to get out of the habit and you're going to stop. And so that's what we want to do, make it easy for you to continue on that health journey.
Absolutely. And you know, the great thing is, good morning. My mom is watching. Hi, Mom. How are you? The great thing about it is that, you know, especially like when you travel, you tend to overeat. A lot of people do. And sometimes you may get exercise because you're able to walk places, but sometimes you can't. And you're having to drive places or take cabs or Uber, whatever you're doing. You need this little packet of chocolate yumminess right here in the morning. What I take every day. I'm going to tell you, you need something to help you curb that appetite. Curb it.
Kick it to the curb.
Kick it to the curb, not the curve. We want you to have what you need. And I'm going to tell you, the great thing is about these packets is that you can take it in the morning, you throw away the packet. It's nothing you have to refrigerate or save part of it. It's a 1-dose serving, just like Stephanie just said. That makes it so easy. You can put them in your backpacks. You can put them in your purse. You can it doesn't matter. Your fanny pack, those are back.
Well, as another thing is that you held up a while ago, the little Go packets. Those are great for like throw them in your fanny pack or in your pocket or whatever. And it's a great addition to any water, but you're not just getting a great flavor. You're getting tons of vitamins and minerals and actually added energy just to get you that you need in the afternoon to keep going, get you out of that slump. So several ways on the go. And while we're talking about travel, I do have to mention this because I'm going to tell on myself. But every time I travel, it seems like my digestive system wants to go, oh, I know we're out of town. We're just going to hold everything and wait till we get home. And so I like to keep my digestion on point. And I have these what's called digestive enzymes that are super, super helpful.
Yes,
I use them all the time. I only use them when I travel, and they're just great for keeping me, regular while I'm out and away, if you say.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is one thing that a lot, so many people struggle with is that kind of thing. And then it makes you start not feeling good. You feel sluggish. You don't feel as good. You're not having as much fun because you're tired on your trip, and oh my goodness. Good morning, Janny. How are you? I'm excited you called us today too, because we're talking about everything awesome that you want to know. So look, guys, and I'm going to tell you something. If you are watching the show right now, Stephanie's going to be doing a giveaway again, just like we do every show. I love it. And you're going to get to pick what product you want to try. It's going to be the winner's choice. So this is what we need you to do. We want you to share this show right now. Comment that you shared it, and you're going to be entered in to win the drawing. We are so excited. So thank you, Stephanie, for doing that. You want to win, believe me. I love this stuff. Okay, so the great thing about these to-go packets, Go, it even says Go on it. This is one of those energy things that, Stephanie, when are these good to take? What time of day?
You can do a mid-morning, mid-afternoon. I probably wouldn't suggest taking more than 2 a day. But what I love about these is that the energy drink market is huge. It's really, really big. But what people don't know is that a lot of it is filled with that stimulant, caffeine, that make you really kind of go up high and then you crash. Artificial sweeteners, artificial colors, and lots of sugars, depending on which one you choose. So this is a great alternative. We actually have a couple energy options, but this one is an amazing alternative to just stopping in the store and buying an expensive energy drink that's really bad for you. So a few of these, it comes in citrus. We have fruit punch and the acai pomegranate. I like them all. It's interesting, but just an easy way to add to your water. And the reason we do that in the little powders, a lot of our things are like that, is we want to promote people drinking more water. When you're hydrated, guess what? You feel better, you sleep better, your digestion's better. So if you can get more water in, great. If you can add this to it, you're getting tons of vitamins and minerals, a lot of extra things to keep your immune system, up to par and just to keep you on point and focused. And so there's also in it, well, I'll get kind of nerdy here, what's called nootropics. And nootropics are help for brain activity, for brain health, for cognitive function, for brain aging, and for that memory recall. So if you feel like you've got that brain fog where you're like, I just can't focus, or I just, can't remember things, you might need something that's going to help your brain. And why not do something that's going to give you a little extra energy and make you feel good? So, and it's really good. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. You don't want energy where you can't remember what you're doing.
Right.
What is that? Did I clean the house yesterday? Wow, that's amazing. You want to remember that you cleaned the house. You want your brain to be working. This is very, very important. And awesome. Thank you, Janny. Thank you. And
well,
also,
for me, Kelly, it's more like I walk into a room and go, wait, why did I come in here? What was I looking for? That kind of memory.
I'm so sorry. That's been happening to me for years. But I'm going to tell you, on the collagen and stuff, I don't have that happening as much as I used to. I do have to admit that. I do love it. Janny, thank you for sharing. You are in the drawing today. And look, Janny, also share this on your main feed so that whoever needs to see this can see it, because I'm going to tell you, this is going to be a show filled with a lot of good information that people need to see. Okay. So Stephanie, you know, I want to start talking about collagen this morning, like we do every show. So many people, and I just had a friend of mine the other day say, Kelly, you know, I don't know the difference between the collagens because I'm seeing these people advertise the powders on commercials. They don't really say much about it, but they're advertising it. Well-known people, of course, because they're not going to spend money on not well-known people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that one. However, what I have learned from Stephanie and having this show every month and being on this collagen, the liquid collagen that I take every day, twice a day, I'm going to tell you something. There is a huge difference of collagens and what you're spending your money on. And you have to take like 3 times the powder to get 1 bottle potency of the bottles of the liquid collagen. Is that correct, Stephanie?
That's correct. So let me touch on the most asked questions, and that might help. So number one, it's like, what is the difference? Why do I need to take a certain collagen? And what is collagen? So number one, collagen is the most abundant protein in our bodies. It's like the glue, the membrane that holds everything together. So when we're born, we continue to make collagen until our mid-20s. And after our mid-20s, we start to lose it. Hyaluronic acid is a huge component of it. At birth, we have the most hyaluronic acid we will ever have. We start losing it on day 1. And so if you're over the age 25, you don't have a lot left. I'm 50. Right. So I just turned 50, and so I know I don't have a lot left. So what tends to happen? Our skin tends to lose elasticity. We start to see the wrinkles, right? Our joints start to break down. So little things start to bother us going upstairs. For me, playing tennis, our knees, our hips, our elbows, lots of things happen. Our nails will get brittle. Our hair just doesn't grow like it used to. And it's from the lack of collagen. And so about 10 years ago, or maybe a little bit more, we were told that collagen would be a buzzword. I'm like, I've never heard of it. I know collagen is somewhere in our skin. You can inject it, whatever. The importance, the differences, collagen 1, collagen 2, and collagen 3 are probably the main ones you're going to hear about. Our bodies, collagen type 2, which stimulates the cartilage, the joints, the ligaments, all that, but also helps with hair, skin, and nails, is super, super important. And not to get too technical, but I think it's important for people to know, if we were to take the molecule out of our body, it would be a circle, right? Part of it would be collagen type 2. That's important. Hyaluronic acid and chondroitin sulfate. So hyaluronic acid is anywhere water's in our body. So it's in our mouth, in our gums, it's in our eyes, right? People tend to get dry eyes when they get older. It's that lack of hyaluronic acid. It's all over. It's some moisture. You know, babies, when they're little, have that plump, nice skin. When we get older, we're dried out. It's the hyaluronic acid. Chondroitin, that is the shock absorber between your joints. So when you jump, that shock absorber, think about it. You want to build that up. So collagen is the third piece of that. You want all 3. So for the molecule to be exactly what we need, humans, our dogs, our cats, any horse and chickens all have the same molecule makeup, right? So when you're using a collagen and you use cow or you use fish, you're getting collagen 1 or collagen 3, which will help enhance what you have left. Again, think about it. If you're over age 25, what do you have left? It's going to enhance what you have left. Collagen type 2, if it's not too heavy, if it's bio-optimized, which ours is, it will rebuild and replenish. That is a huge key difference. Plus, it has hyaluronic acid and chondroitin. So when you're buying, let's talk about powders. Powders are hind parts. They're just different. I want you can Google it and look this up. Their skin, their hooves, they're all the leftover parts grinded up and made into a powder. They have a lot of additions to it, sugars, carbs, things like that, flavorings to make it taste okay, right? And so you're getting calories, you're getting unwanted carbs and fillers, if you will. So if this was a bottle of a powder, 30% of it is what you're absorbing. So you only getting a third of absorption of every tub that you buy. So I get all the time, like, well, this is a lot less expensive than your bottle. I'm like, because you need 3 times as much. Plus, you're not getting hyaluronic acid and you're not getting chondroitin. So the liquid BioCell that we talk about is really not a true comparison to just a collagen and a collagen 1 or 3.
Yeah.
Liquid BioCell is extracted from the sternal cartilage of a chicken, like that wishbone. There's no blood supply. So, whether you're a vegan for whatever reason, if it's about not eating chicken or not having the blood supply, some people, our formulator is actually vegan. And so it's important to know that. And they're like, why do we get it from a chicken? Because their molecule mimics ours. And so our body sees it and goes, that's like I have, let me absorb it and let me replenish it. Super, super important. Ours is 1 tablespoon morning and night. Do not have to mix it with anything because it tastes great. That molecule, and it's mixed with 13 superfruits, phytonutrients that are really, really good for you. And so a lot of the properties will help with anti-inflammatories, cardiovascular. I don't know if you've ever heard, like me, red wine is good for cardiovascular because of the resveratrol, which comes from the skin of grapes.
Yes.
Our Life formula has 8 times. It actually has the amount of 8 bottles of red wine in 1 daily dose. Very concentrated. Comes from Japanese knotweed. Really, really good. So every ingredient that they use is going to help in some way. There's a reason. There's a method, right? It's not there as a filler. It's not there just to throw it in there and make it taste good. It helps with the taste, but it also has other functions, antioxidants, that kind of thing. So there's 4 versions. There's Life, what I just talked about. There's Pure. And the reason we have Pure, which are in those Pure packets, is if someone's allergic to fruit, right? Then they can't have the one with fruit. So that one is sweetened with stevia. And then we have one called Skin that has ceramides, bamboo extract that helps with skin circulation. I know you love that one. It tastes.
I love it.
It's got the Life is more of a tropical fruit punch. The Skin's got a little bit of a citrus. It's a little bit lighter. And then we have one called Sport, because it helps with muscle recovery and recovering from working out. It helps with your joints, your ligaments, your tendons. So it can be a performance enhancer. We call it Sport because it's got branched chain amino acids. To me, it's got more of a, like a, I don't know, apricot kind of flavor. It's a little bit orange. It's also NSF certified for any professional athletes that use it. Won't show up on a drug test. So It's really good. It's really healthy. And those are the 4 different flavors we have. And then we decided, why not add CLA that inhibits the absorption of fat? And we have chocolate, vanilla, coconut lime, lemon, and mango. And then in a few weeks, we're launching peach. So that one is like a pudding. You take it in a spoon, it gets into your bloodstream. And that's another point. Last thing I wanted to talk about is powdered versus liquid wine.
Yes.
So a powder is ingested, right? Goes to your stomach. Your stomach has to break it down. You have to mix it in something.
Yes. Stephanie, really quickly, mixing it in something, guys. I mean, that to me is one of the most important parts, that that powders, you always have to mix it in something. Okay, so go ahead.
Right. So the liquid, it's 1 tablespoon. That's all. You're not having to mix it into anything. And you hold it in your mouth for a few seconds, and it's getting into the tissues. Sublingual goes under your tongue, absorbs in, gets into your bloodstream. So it's going all over. It's not just getting to your stomach and you're absorbing whatever you can, a certain percentage of it. So tastes great, easy to take, 1 tablespoon morning and night. No need to mix. That's a huge thing. The last and probably the most important, Kelly, is clinical trials. It went through years of clinical studies. 37 clinical trials, ended with 7 U.S. and international patents, had tons of media, has won tons of awards, Frost & Sullivan. These are all third party, not just the company doing their own trials. These are PubMed that doctors use to look at studies. You can actually go and get copies of those studies. So super, super important. It's not just tested by their own people and their own market. It's tested by third party. So that's really a big deal. And our products are made by our brand. So we source the ingredients. We do all the clinical trial. Do all the research and development make the product and ship the product. And so that's super important too. We don't just take a white label and stick our name on it. So that's and it's made here in the United States, which is a big deal too.
Which is even bigger. And first of all, good morning, Anna, who shared. Anna, you are in the contest. So let your friends know that if they comment and that they shared and they share this show right now, they will be in the drawing that Stephanie is going to be giving away the winner's choice. You're going to get to pick a product that you want to try for free. So that is a big deal. And I'm going to tell you, I've been taking these products for, Stephanie, how long has it been? Like 8 or 9 months?
Yeah, I was about to say it's coming up to a year or maybe October. Yeah.
And I have to tell you, this is really funny. And this is the first time I've told anybody, because the other day I was driving and I always have to wear my glasses, my prescription glasses, to see signage far away. I've had to do that since I was, my goodness, 40 years old. I think it started. The other day I was driving, put on my glasses to drive, and it was blurrier than, and I took my glasses off and I could actually see further. I've put them back on while I'm driving. I'm putting them back on going, there's no way that I'm actually seeing better without my glasses. Had to take them off, and I can see the signs further than I could since a long time. And I'm going to tell you, the only thing I can attribute to this is that I've been on this liquid collagen for a while. And I'm going to tell you, I've noticed, I told you this, my eyelashes have grown. I have less joint pain. And guys, I've struggled with sciatic nerve pain since my daughter was born. And this is something that is traumatic for me. It's horrible. I haven't had any of that since about the 3rd month that I started on this collagen. And I'm telling you, that's a very big deal for me. My eyelashes are longer. My nails are stronger. My skin is better. These are little things that I just started noticing. It wasn't like overnight I used 2 things and I went, oh, look. Mm-hmm. I was very realistic, because I do not continue to take things. First of all, if they don't taste good, I can't take them. If they're not working for me, I stop. I've been noticing thing after thing happening that has been an improvement in my life since taking this liquid collagen. And I'll tell you, that's a very big deal for me. So
I love you say that, because it doesn't surprise me. Everyone's different. And so you need to be in tune on the changes that you see. I always tell people, when you get started, there's a couple things I want you to do. Number one, I want you to take a picture of yourself with no makeup. And in 30 days, take another picture, same lighting, same place, because you're going to want to see the changes. When we see ourselves every day, they're subtle. We don't notice it. But when we compare pictures, it's pretty amazing. But we can see what's going on the insides. And so some of the things the clinical study shows was 95% improved with joint discomfort, right? We can't make claims to diseases and things like that, but improved discomfort, improved mobility, able to move more, dryness of the skin. In 28 days, the study showed that the hyaluronic acid in your body increased, and this is not a typo. I can show you the studies, by 6,000% without the use of topical moisturizers.
It's amazing.
I think if you're using a moisturizer with it, what it's doing, but it's really building up that hyaluronic acid in your body. What I love is when someone says, I haven't been reaching for my chapstick.
Yeah.
Or, I'm not having to use my prescription eye drops as much, or my contacts aren't sticking. Those are the comments some people are getting. Not everybody, because everybody's different. Also, what I love, like you said, Kelly, when people go, well, I don't know if I noticed the difference, and they might quit taking it.
Yeah.
90 days later, they're like, hey, I was running up the stairs and I had forgotten that my hip used to talk to me when I was running up the stairs. It had gone away and now it's back. I need to get back on it. So be mindful of knowing those issues that you're having or things, and then pay attention to how soon they might disappear, or how soon they change, if you will. And so everyone's different. Some people, we suggest you using it for 90 days. So if you put it on Smart Ship, you're going to get a discount. Go to livecleanwithkelly.com. Her code's embedded there. It's going to give you a first order discount. Kelly does not sell this. I'm a rep. Kelly is just customer who is just loves what she's doing. So she asked me to come talk to you guys. So
Absolutely.
listening with Kelly, she does get product credit for sharing her code, but you can too. You can share your code and get a product credit. And the company wants you to be happy. So if you get it and you're like, I don't like it for whatever reason, we want you to love it. 30-day money back guarantee, empty bottle guarantee. So just want our customers to be super happy, but we also want you to be educated because I'm here to answer any questions. You can find me on Facebook. I'll put my number here to answer any questions or to find out what's right for you, because we have over 90 products, things for everyday essentials, for the shower, skincare, shampoo, and for health and wellness. But I'm not going to throw everything at you. I think that's unrealistic. We're going to talk about what needs do you have and what's best to address it. Because I think that's super, super important.
Absolutely. And Stephanie, look, Stephanie's going to put her phone number here so you can call her direct. I don't get paid for this. I didn't try a product and go, yeah, it tastes good, so I want to be a paid spokesperson. That's not how I do things. I literally promote this because it has made changes in my life, and I wanted to be able to share this information every month with anybody who wants it, anybody who needs this or has questions about what they're dealing with. Every month we have people asking Stephanie questions about things they've been going through and what they've learned on this show, of how to help, benefit either somebody in their family, their parents, themselves, their child, doesn't matter, whatever it is. But, inflammation is another biggie that I have struggled with, and it's just the way I'm made. And I guess, I'm sure it gets worse when you're, eating something bad or, whatever it is. Inflammation. The liquid collagen has absolutely made a difference in my inflammation. It's crazy. It is a noticeable difference for me, which has been life-changing. And this is just one of the products that I take that has made a huge difference for me. And, I told Stephanie, look, guys, I've seen, you've started seeing things. Collagen has become a huge buzzword, like Stephanie and I talked about, for the past couple of years. They've been coming out with celebrities pushing collagen stuff because it's become such a big buzzword. Everybody wants it. I used to think it was something that you put on your face. I had no idea that we have collagen, that we're born with collagen and hyaluronic acid in us. They're natural. And we need to be able to put some of that back and have something that uses as what we have, as well as helping us make more of it. Powders, a lot of things, if they only have one kind of collagen in it, which most people don't know what to look for when they're buying it, they just see the word collagen. Yeah. And so what happens is that you may not even be getting the collagen you need, and you're spending your money on the wrong thing, and it's not even making a difference. And I'm not saying it's not helping, but it's not making a difference. That's the bigger point here. Okay, so Stephanie, we're going to talk about, we'll end a little bit more on collagen. If you have a question, if you are just tuning in and you have a question for Stephanie about any of their products or collagen, or have something you want to talk about and you want to comment right here, we'll get your question answered live on the show right now. And if we don't know it, we'll find out for you. Okay, so Stephanie, okay, the body firming foam. Amazing stuff. And I'm going to tell you one thing that so many women, I'm 55 and I'll be 56 this year. One of the things that since I was about 40 of that, my friends and I people complained more about was that they don't even have to be overweight. You don't have to be, in horrible shape. Even my friends that are in great shape. It's the look of cellulite, the little bit of loose skin, the things that's happening on your arms that nobody likes. This body firming foam is a game changer. It smells good. It's incredible, and it's easy to use. And I want you to talk about that right now, because if anybody has not seen this or heard of this, I want you to hear about this right now.
So we talked about liquid collagen, and people started getting results on their skin, and it's something you drink. And so what happened was people started taking the liquid that you drink and putting it on their skin. So our CEO, it's funny, came out with a cosmetic grade skincare. I'm going to talk about that real quick and then talk about how the body firming foam came about. So it's a 3-step. It's a serum, and then a moisturizer, and then a 2-day-a-week oxygen infusion mask. It's amazing. And these are just some of the before and after pictures. I just want to show you of people who have used that. And this is it. Well,
incredible.
The serum bottle is small for your face. Well, then people started using the serum on their legs. And so she came out with this foam. It's light. It's got the same collagen matrix that we drink, right? But it's cosmetic grade. So it's made to absorb into the skin. It's not heavy. It's not something you put on your skin. It just sits there. It's going to absorb in. But it also has hyaluronic acid, chondroitin, some things that firm. So when you put it on, it just kind of smooths. It doesn't eliminate cellulite because that's it, but it smooths the appearance. And people are surprised at the almost immediate difference that people are getting from using that. I think I have a picture. Okay, so these are my friends. Before and afters I like to show of people that I know. Super important to me.
Absolutely.
So my friend Lori, her arm.
Yeah, that's incredible. Seriously.
Yeah. And then that is my friend Sarah, her legs.
Guys, these are not airbrushed. These are not filtered. This is real.
Yeah, and I'll post them in the comments, their pictures. But I was on the phone on Zoom with Lori. I'm like, Lori, are you lifting dumbbells? She says, no, I've been using the body firming foam underneath my arms. And what it does is it has an ingredient that will take that extra water, which is so important because we carry lots of water weight as well. But it tightens and it absorbs and extracts that extra water. So collagen has been good and known to improve lean muscle mass and also show that definition. So this mousse, it's light, it smells good. There's no need for a moisturizer on top of it. You can use it if you want, but we have people using it here, up underneath here. It was super, super important here, under the arms, the stomach, and the legs. I have a few people that say that their knees is their area on the sides of their knees. They would get cellulite. They use it there. So anywhere that you want to tighten that skin, one of the probably personal things is someone who had triplets and that extra skin, or someone who's lost a lot of weight, that can help in those areas. So if you're not wanting to do a dramatic surgery and you want something that's just going to help a little and tighten a little, it's really good for that and just for everyday things. And this bottle is $49. So, and if you search cellulite creams or cellulite potions, usually it's 2 products you have to buy. And this you can do, it's easy. On the go. I carry it with me when I go places. It's really phenomenal, I have to say.
And Stephanie, I actually had a friend, ask about stretch marks. And you said the body firming foam is great for that. Tell us a little bit about that. This is something that so many women and men have stretch marks for different reasons. And I'm going to tell you, everybody's looking for something to help with that.
Yeah, the collagen and the hyaluronic acid are able to absorb, and in some people it can lighten. So whether it's on your face, on your skin, the stretch marks sometimes could be darker. Sometimes the stretch marks are loose in between, so they're I don't know how to explain that, have the feel of them, but that actually tightens. So for something that's severe, I would suggest the skin version of the liquid collagen with this, working from the inside and the out. Super, super important. And to give it 90 days. Everyone's different. I'll have people call me in a few weeks and go, I can't believe the difference. That's not typical. 90 days was the studies. And I always tell people to expect 90 days. If they want to try it for 1 month, I'm like, I don't want yourself or just to try it. I want you to be committed to yourself and committed to the results and use it for at least 90 days before you decide if it's working for you or not. Because your body needs the cell turnover, and our skin's 28 days. The red blood cell turnover is 120 days. So you need to give your body time to absorb it and recognize it and use it. I love it all the time. People be like, I gained Wade, I'd like to lose it in a week. Well, we didn't gain it in a week. It takes time, and your body takes time to allow something to work, because our body tries to reject things, right? And so you have to allow it to work.
Yeah. Well, Janie, I know you're busy this morning. We're so glad you got to catch in, and thank you for sharing. You are in the drawing. So thank you so much. And guys, if you are just joining us, we are live with my friend Stephanie Easterling, and we are talking about collagen, cellulite, ways to stay healthy on the road with to-go packs. And I'll tell you, I mean, they're game changers. But she's going to be giving away a product today, just like we do every show. But today, she's going to if you win, you're going to get to pick what product you want. That's a big deal. Mm-hmm. So make sure you share the show, comment that you shared, and we'll hopefully maybe give a little bit of time after the show for people to watch the replay and share before she draws the name. When are you going to do the drawing?
Let's do 24 hours. Let's give everybody.
Okay, guys, share the show. You have 24 hours. Share the show. Comment under the show that you have shared, and you're going to be in the drawing to win whatever product you want to try. And I'm going to tell you, that is awesome. That is awesome. Okay, so I want to talk about, do what?
Let's talk about trim.
Yes. Let's talk about trim, because it is literally one of my favorite things ever. I'm going to tell you, and I take this on all of my trips. You've got a packet with one serving in it that you don't have to refrigerate. You can take it anywhere, any time of the day you want to take it. It cuts those eating urges, makes you feel good, and I'm going to tell you, it's delicious. And I do take the chocolate.
It helps the dessert craving, right? Because there's chocolate. Chocolate is in the packet, but if you buy the bottle, you can choose from chocolate, vanilla, coconut lime, which to me tastes like pina colada.
Yeah.
Then there's mango, and then lemon, and then we have peach coming June 16th. But what I love about this is there's actually clinical trials on CLA and conjugated linoleic acid. If you Google that, it talks about what it does for weight loss, or what it does for improving lean muscle mass, and what it does for tightening skin. So it's not just CLA, it's got a dose of the collagen. So the trim bottle has the liquid collagen and 3.4 grams, which is the exact dose you need of the CLA. So what does CLA do? In just normal terms, it stops the absorption of fat. So what does that do? I don't care if you're skinny like Kelly, or if you're bigger than Kelly or smaller. We all have fat cells, right? Yes. So fat cells, circle of fat cells. What CLA does is it tells that fat cell not to absorb any more fat. This goes in your bloodstream, okay? So not overnight, but over time, the fat cells start reducing. They're not filling up with fat. It replaces with water, and then after a couple months of not getting any more fat, it collapses. So this product alone, just being honest, is probably a 3 to 5 month product. It's a tablespoon a day. It's easy. People are not going to see a difference in 4 weeks. There's fat whoosh. There's that process that the fat cells have to go through before they collapse. So what will happen, and it's great for that, oxidized stress, the belly fat, the under the arm, the legs and thighs. It's really, really good for that. But it's not going to make you drop on the scale, because it's helping you increase lean muscle mass. Yeah. And so if you've ever seen those pictures of what does a pound of fat look like versus a pound of lean muscle mass, fat's bigger. It takes up more space. The lean muscle mass, same weight, but it takes up less space. So that's what we want. I don't care if you weigh 140 pounds. If you look better in your clothes, who cares what the scale says, right?
Absolutely. Muscle tends to weigh more than fat looks. Right. So you don't want to necessarily weigh yourself all the time. If you judge yourself on your fitness by the way your clothes fit and the way you feel.
Yeah. So it's called body composition. So what this product does in our system, so we have that one product, but if you're the type that you snack a lot or you need extra energy, we have a system that has that trim in it. It also has a product called Burn that takes your stored fat and uses it as energy. It also has fucoxanthin, thermogenesis in it. That has to build up in your body over 3 weeks. And so again, you can't try it for a week or you can't purchase it. I've done this before. You buy something, the box sits on the counter, you bought it, but you don't use it and you expect it to work. You have to consume it every single day. It's just, you have to do it. And then it also comes with a 3-day detox because, if you've not had a healthy diet, if you have a lot of stress, your body has a lot of toxins. And so you need to remove those toxins. So it's a 3-day gentle detox. It just gets your body ready for something new. And so that's the system. I think it's really important this time of year. So many people are either crash dieting, trying to lose weight. But when you think about being consistent on something, the next 90 days are going to pass no matter what you do. You may as well do something that's going to show results in those 90 days. It's super, super important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I want to say good morning to some of my friends, John and Sarah, JR, and Dave Pierce. Good morning, guys. And I'm going to tell you, guys are using these products all the time, because I'm going to tell you, this isn't just a girl thing. This is anybody who's ready to get healthy and feel better. I'm going to tell you, if you share this show today, comment that you shared, you have 24 hours to do it. So there will be a lot of people watching the rerun. If you can do that, you will be in the drawing to win a product of your choice. And I'm going to tell you, we've covered a lot of their products this morning that I use, that I love, that have been life-changing for me, honestly. And so, but if there's something that you want to pick, that you want to try, that you've seen on the show, or you have a question about, if you win, you can do that. I mean, listen, if you've not ordered before and you want to try and you don't win, and you want to order something that you've seen on the show or you've heard about, go to livecleanwithkelly.com and you can get $10 off your very first order. So that's a deal.
Go there, register. We actually have over 90 products. So if you win, you'll get the choice of one of those products. So go check it out.
Yeah.
I hope we're going to talk about gut health. That's one of my favorites.
We are. We literally are talking about gut health because I want to tell you, I told you this the last couple of months because I've been on it now, I think for 3 months, this is maybe my 3.5 months, I think, or my 4th month.
You might be starting your 4th month because it didn't launch until end of February. So March, April, May. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to tell you, wow. I tell everybody this because it is one of the easiest things that I do for myself. And I'm telling you, if you are having a problem, an issue with bloating, not feeling good, being sluggish, and you are not sure what are you're like my mom has been dealing with, nausea that nobody can find out where it's coming from, you need this prebiotic. And I'm going to tell you, it's unlike anything that's out there. And Stephanie's going to talk about it right now because it's got everything you need.
So it's interesting. Most of us have heard of probiotics, right? That's just like kind of a common household name. But we don't ever hear much about prebiotics or postbiotics. So prebiotics is like fruits and vegetables, and it, you can get it from eating that, but you have to eat a certain amount of each type every day. It needs to be cooked a certain way, because if you cook something too long, you're cooking out the most nutritious part of it. The other thing is that we know that how things are grown, the soil's not as healthy as it was 30 years ago. So what we're getting may have already lost a lot of its nutritional value. So prebiotics is all the fruits and vegetables, the fiber. Probiotics is the fermented, the sauerkraut, the kombucha, the yogurts, things like that. And if we're not eating, a certain amount of that every day, we're not feeding the prebiotic. And so the act of the pre and the probiotic is what's called the postbiotic. And that is what heals your microbiome. And so while we talk a lot about collagen, I'll say 10 years ago, collagen wasn't real word. Now you have people, making new collagens. They're jumping on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Our, formulator who formulated that, 10 years ago has been talking about the microbiome. And she keeps telling us microbiome is going to be the buzzword in the next year or two. And it's so interesting to see so many people, microbiome is a big deal. But your microbiome is like the ecosystem in your gut. And your gut is where up to 90% of all diseases start. It's so crazy. And so there's what's called the vagus nerve that talks from your gut to your brain. So your gut, healthy gut, releases serotonin, gives you that happy feeling, right? So mood, clarity, cognitive thinking. When when you feel good, right? You just think clearer. It also releases GABA, GABA, which is the feeling of calmness. So that can help with sleeping, just making you more relaxed, right? Not that stressed out, manic. It also it helps with food intolerances. If your gut is healthy, then maybe you're not going to have any intolerances to certain foods. Your gut's going to be, your gastrointestinal is healthier, you sleep better. Skin issues. Personally, I have, and I won't say the disease because I'm not making claimings, but it affects my joints. It affects skin issues. I'll get skin irritations. And I almost canceled my appointment with the dermatologist about a month ago. I had a sun thing I had to have burned off.
Yeah.
And I said, all those things are like gone. And she said, it's from healing your gut. All of skin issues come from the gut. Acne comes from the gut. It's just crazy what is related to your gut. So if you do anything for yourself, treat your gut, heal your gut, get your gut healthy. And if you want to go the fruits and vegetables and the sauerkrauts and the fermented stuff, and you can do that, great. I'm not disciplined enough to shop and do it the right way. And so I want to show you a graph. And so if you do, the fruits, the vegetables, all this stuff, you can get what you need. But what this does is in one bottle, I'm trying to do it the right way. It has the pre, the pro, and the postbiotic, one little scoop every single day. You can put it right in your mouth and swallow it. I do it different ways. I love it mixed in yogurt because it's like little cookie crunches. They're little tiny wax beads. And to explain why it's that way is that it will get to the gut where it needs to go without being destroyed, right? When it's exposed to air, it won't break down. So you're getting at the back of the gut what you need, and then they go to work, tons of them. I'll sprinkle it in my salad. I will put it on my peanut butter toast. There's so many people put them into smoothies. So there's so many ways to do it. The easiest way is to put it in your mouth and swallow. And so really a great product. We were the first company to have all three in one. I've seen companies that have pre and pro and then a postbiotic separate. But you'll see, again, tons of companies come in with that, but please just read the label, know what you're getting, make sure you're getting something that has been, that's clean ingredients, doesn't have artificial, because you know what you mentioned, Kelly, and I forgot to say, we all have issues with inflammation. Inflammation is the root of a lot of issues. Sugar is the devil. Sugar can spike inflammation like you wouldn't believe. And so when people grab a vitamin water, and I just threw that one off the top of my head, but they don't turn it around and look at the sugar in it.
Exactly.
I was at a coffee shop the other day and I got the Naked brand green drink. I took a few sips and I'm like, it tasted good, but it was just something, I don't know. I turned it around. I was so mad at myself. Number one, for spending $4 on it, but not reading the ingredients. I could not believe the carbs and the sugar.
Yeah.
It's called Naked. I was like, oh my goodness. And so if you don't look at the sugar content, you're feeding inflammation. And so super, super important. Gut health, that one product, I just think everyone needs that. It's super important to be healthy, helps regulate your digestion, helps with if you have digestion, if you have constipation or diarrhea, to help either one of those balance what you have. Again, I'm not claiming you need to try it for yourself. Everyone's different, but it is known to relieve occasional constipation, that bloating, and those kind of things. I kind of get off on a tangent, but I love it. And what I love about you, Kelly, is that most people who will interview me will just give me the topic and let me talk, but you're so passionate about it because I know it works for you. And I know that you know people who've said it works. And so I love the interaction. I love how excited you are about it, because when someone can come to you and say, And this sounds so cliche, but that product really saved me, or it changed my life. Very, very rewarding. That's what I want. I want everyone to have a life-changing experience, whether it's from their joints being able to move again, or from their gut being healthy and they're able to get out and just feel good.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to tell you, people who know me or who've known me know that I promote free. You know, but I want to promote to people who watch this show things that have been a blessing to my life or my family's life, or things that I enjoy or that I really love and that I want to have in my life all the time. And these are some of those products. And I'll tell you, this Tree Biotic, my mom, I told you this morning or last night, my mom will be on the show next month with us because the Tree Biotic has changed her life. And that's not even an understatement. Things she was dealing with that no doctor could figure out why, but nobody was giving her any kind of natural options. And I told her, Mom, you've got to try this. And we ordered her some. And I'm going to tell you, she said, I have to tell you, I haven't felt this good in about 2 years. So this is real. This isn't, this Tree Biotic is a real product that is easy to take, that anybody can take. I mean, you put it on your food. I literally put a scoop in my mouth and drink water and then wash it down every morning. I don't go without it. And I'm going to tell you, the bloatedness has gone away. The sluggishness has gone away. It just, and so many people don't realize that your gut is such a brain for how you feel. And it's a shame because they're trying to put things in it to try to fix it. And all they're doing is putting things in it that are probably making it worse.
There was a book called The Microbiome Diet that I was suggested by my doctor last year to take a look at. And, it's interesting. I'm pretty disciplined, but I wasn't sure if I could beat that discipline to remove everything from my diet, to introduce every 28 days something different. Wow. And, like Jerusalem artichoke, I don't usually buy that. I don't know where to buy that, but it's things I'd never heard of. And I have a family of 4, so I wasn't sure if I could get everyone to buy into that, right? So I was so excited when I heard we were launching. I just finished that book and decided I was going to give it a try. And when I heard we were launching, I was just so excited. Another thing that it's helped me, and I can speak for myself, is I was getting these nodes on my knuckles, bony growths. My rings could not move. Now I was going to have them cut off. Now I can spin them around. And for me, that is a true sign of the inflammation that it has gone down, and it has helped me with that. And so everyone's different. I want to hear from everyone what it's done for them, because I think everyone's going to have a different story. Our guts are unique to us, and it's based on how we eat and what we do. And if we can heal it, you're going to see it on the outside, but you're going to feel it first, which is pretty amazing.
Absolutely. And it's Stephanie. Thank you so much for being here today, because I look forward to this show every month because I think we help change lives on this show and really give a lot of people some good information that they may have never have found or gotten anywhere else. And guys, listen, just one more time before we end the show. If you share this show and comment, even after the show's done live, you can still watch it, you can still share it, and then comment under the show that you shared. You're going to be entered in a drawing to win one free product of your choice. And I'm going to tell you, that is a big deal. It's very exciting. And thank you, Stephanie, so much for doing that. But thank you for talking about all of these wonderful things today.
Yes, I love it. Thank you.
Your first order, if you go to livecleanwithkelly.com, you can get your first order for $10 off. You can't beat it. Try something. But first of all, try to win the free product. Go ahead and share and then comment that you shared. And if you don't happen to win this contest, we do them every month. But order something for yourself. See what there is and see what you want to try. If you have questions, you can contact Stephanie anytime and she'll answer them for you. She's done that many times for our show viewers, and it's been wonderful. So, Stephanie, thank you so much for today. Yeah, it's awesome. Great show today. And thank you guys so much for watching. You will see my interview with Stephanie next month. I think it's on the 14th of July. And so mark that on your calendar, but we're excited to see her again. So thank you guys. We thank you for watching. Share the show. Comment that you shared. You'll be in the drawing for a free product. And we just hope you have an awesome and blessed rest of your day. And you can see the Kelly Williams Show every week right here on Facebook and YouTube. But thank you guys so much. Thank you, Stephanie, for bringing your knowledge and all of this information for us to help changing lives. So we really appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye. Have a good day.